After Donald Trump won the presidential election, colleges all over the country went out of their way to console students stricken with post-election grief. In fact, so many students were broken up by Trump's victory that some colleges delayed exams and postponed midterms. Others excused students from attending classes altogether. Cornell University students even held a cry-in. This begs the question, what is college going to look like under President Donald J. Trump? And might it be a good time for students suffering from post-election grief to seriously consider leaving college altogether? To find out, I spoke with some students, as well as special guest Jared Meyer, a fellow at the Manhattan Institute for Policy Research and co-author of Disinherited. Donald Trump is our new president. How are you holding up? Is it okay?
No,
Still doesn't feel real.
Are any of you suffering from post-election grief?
a lot of people at SMC for sure, where there was a demonstration the next day. A lot of people crying.
A lot of people crying.
Hey,
A lot of cries, a lot of tears.
I came home that night from work and like walked through downtown and there's people marching already.
Yeah.
That very night, people were setting trash cans on fire.
Do you think those two things are related? That him
Maybe.
winning and then setting trash cans on fire? It's been cold in LA.
It might have been just because it was cold that night.
Yeah.
It might have been, but there was a lot going on that night,
Yeah.
probably.
I would really love it if a guy was like, this is just what I do. I like to set trash cans on fire. It's nothing, it's not political at all. There's some colleges canceling exams, canceling classes. There was a cry-in at Cornell. Do you think we're kind of like infantilizing students in a way? And you two are students that, if they can't handle the idea of Trump being president, how are they going to fight in the resistance? I think that's the big thing. Your thoughts?
I mean, it might be infantilizing for like a George W. Bush maybe, or George H.W. Bush, but I can see why people are upset for a president who's openly called for killing innocent families of suspected terrorists and stuff like that. That's like really concerning rhetoric.
Do you think that's a possibility that a lot of those students who are crying are actually family members of terrorists, and they're crying because they know it's coming?
I doubt it.
I'm going to take that as a yes. With Trump University's failure, how might that factor into the way President Donald Trump views higher education?
Well, I think for education, it was never really on the top of his list for
Yeah,
policy priorities.
he had the other stuff about killing families of suspected terrorists. I think that was up there.
That was pretty up there.
Yeah.
Well, I think he might view higher education as a way to just trick people out of their money, because that's really what Trump University did. I'm hoping he takes a more productive view, though, and make sure that education and educators have accountability, something that Trump University really didn't have. People were paying in money with promises of greatness, just like a lot of people are doing right now in the normal education system, and then they're being left empty-handed. So I hope Trump learned that following the Trump University model isn't the way to move forward, and can try to bring some reforms to America's higher education system that do actually increase accountability and hold these schools responsible. He did kind of hit on this idea of income-based repayments, which would be capping your payments at a % of your income, but the proposal he had right now is really more of the same that was pushed by President Obama, and it's not going to do anything to lower college costs. Until we're talking about the endless amounts of money that we're throwing at colleges that allow them to increase their tuition, nothing's going to change. The student loan mess is only going to get worse. I mean, everyone from the US Treasury Department to the New York Federal Reserve has found the same thing I'm talking about, which is the more money Washington throws at higher ed, the more it goes up in cost.
So until then, it's safe to say that it's going to continue to be huge.
Student loan debt will be huge.
Cool. Could you say that to the...
Student loan debt will be huge.
Whether you're in college or just paying for it, you'll learn something if you subscribe to We the Internet TV.